Back in March, a man named Evan started noticing a strange odor lingering throughout his home. The only way he could describe it was the unmistakable smell of something dead. He spent hours searching every room, but couldn't figure out where it was coming from. As the smell grew stronger, Evan called in 2 different contractors for help. The first couldn't locate the source, while the second suspected a cracked sewer pipe. They replaced the old line, but even after the repair, the awful odor remained. Determined to solve the mystery, Evan called them back one more time. This time, they focused on a section of the foundation where several bricks appeared stained, as if moisture had been leaking through. As they removed the bricks, they uncovered something disturbing hidden inside the wall. Shaken by the discovery, Evan grabbed his phone and recorded what he found to send to a friend.
There's a train wreck down here. When they decided that wasn't it, they opened up the wall here and didn't find any dead animals, but they did find that, and that's not even the weirdest part. Those are fucking teeth, dude. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just tripping out or...
Hidden behind the bricks were an old horseshoe and several human-looking teeth. The unsettling discovery left him deeply disturbed, and according to Evan, the atmosphere inside the house seemed to change after the objects were removed. Not long afterward, he noticed his dog standing at the basement door, barking nonstop at something below. The behavior was so unusual that Evan decided to investigate. But what happened next left him rattled.
What's wrong, Joe? There's nothing in there for you, buddy. Come on. Joe. Come on.
As his dog remained locked on the basement entrance, a small glass sitting on the table suddenly tipped over. At the time, Evan dismissed it as nothing more than a strange coincidence. That was until he reviewed the footage more carefully. The glass appeared to slide across the cutting board completely on its own. It slowly glided toward the edge before crashing onto the floor. Since then, Evan says he's heard unexplained noises throughout the house almost every night and has repeatedly caught glimpses of shadowy figures out of the corner of his eye. One evening, while recording himself playing guitar, he propped up his phone to capture the session as a metronome kept time. But when he watched the video back later, something in the background sent a chill down his spine. Behind Evan, a pale face slowly emerged from around the corner of a wall. It appeared to stare directly at him for a few seconds before silently retreating out of sight. Evan insists he was completely alone that night, making the mysterious figure even harder to explain. Whatever appeared behind him lingered just long enough to be captured on camera before vanishing without a trace. Hoping to gather more evidence or finally find an explanation, Evan installed a security camera inside his home. It didn't take long before the camera captured something just as unsettling. One day, as Evan went to let his dog outside, the dog suddenly froze. Instead of rushing to the door like he always did, he locked his eyes on the basement entrance and refused to move, as if something down there had captured his attention. Normally, the dog would bolt outside the moment the door opened, eager to run and play. This time, however, Evan had to lure him with a few treats before he finally agreed to leave. Only moments later, a loud crash echoed through the house. One of the books resting on a shelf had suddenly been thrown onto the floor with such force that it looked as though someone invisible had hurled it across the room. When Evan returned inside, he immediately noticed the fallen book. But what truly unsettled him was realizing which book it was: his Bible. Trying not to read too much into it, he picked it up and placed it back on the table. The next day, however, his security camera captured something far more disturbing. If you watch the Bible closely, it appears to ignite on its own. A small flame suddenly forms on top of the cover before slowly spreading across the book. Just as mysteriously as it started, the fire eventually burns out by itself. The footage raises one obvious question: how did the Bible catch fire? Whatever has been happening inside Evan's home seems to have escalated from unsettling to genuinely dangerous. If these incidents continue, installing more security cameras may be the only way to document what's happening, or perhaps the better option is to leave the house behind and never look back. The next story comes from the TikTok account Jack-O-Lantern Stories and features what the uploader claims is a terrifying poltergeist encounter. The video begins with the homeowner standing at the top of a staircase while strange knocking sounds echo from somewhere downstairs. Curious about the source, he slowly makes his way down to investigate. He also points out that he's home alone, meaning no one else should be inside making the noises. As he approaches the kitchen, he calls out, "Hello." Suddenly, without warning, a wine glass crashes to the floor.
Can you hear banging coming from downstairs? It woke me up this morning, but there shouldn't be anybody down here. Hello? Oh my god. Hello? Hello? What the Will, you okay? Hello? Oh my god, what's going on?
Just seconds later, a coffee mug sitting on the table appears to move by itself. Then, as if the activity wasn't already unsettling enough, a faint mumbling voice can be heard in the recording, adding one more layer of mystery to the incident.
Hello?
The combination of the knocking sounds, moving objects, and the strange voice is what makes this clip stand out from many other alleged haunting videos online. Of course, not everyone is convinced. The footage uses an old film-style filter, making it feel less authentic. Some viewers also believe the entire incident may have been staged. Even so, the number of strange events captured within such a short period is exactly what keeps people debating the video. Interestingly, the uploader mentions that he owns a large collection of allegedly haunted artifacts. Whether that has anything to do with what was recorded is impossible to know, but it's certainly an intriguing detail. So what do you think happened inside this house? Was something paranormal making its presence known? Or is there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Over on TikTok, a creator known as the Black Orchard Films shared a video in June 2026 explaining that he was simply relaxing on the couch one afternoon, getting ready to watch TV. What began as an ordinary moment quickly turned unsettling when he noticed something unusual reflected in the television screen.
Am I tripping or is that? There's someone sitting on my couch, but like, there's no one there. What? But like, there's no one there. There's no one on the couch. Oh my God, it's gone.
If you look closely, the reflection appears to show a dark, human-shaped figure sitting on the couch behind him. The uploader immediately turns around to check, only to reveal that the couch is completely empty. What's even stranger is what happens next. After showing the empty couch, he turns back toward the television, but this time, the mysterious figure is gone. In the video's description, he writes, "The house is old, located in Appalachia, with the creaks and shadows typical of older homes. That afternoon, the lighting and angle of the TV created a clear reflection. Even so, what appeared in the screen looked like more than a trick of light. Its timing and position felt deliberate and completely out of place in an empty room. The biggest skeptical argument is that the clip was staged. Beyond that, there isn't much else to explain what appears in the reflection before disappearing moments later. Whether you believe it's paranormal or not, it's definitely the kind of footage that makes you watch it twice. So what do you think was reflected in the television that day? Was there really something sitting on the couch? Or is there another explanation? Let me know your theories in the comments. On August 14th, 2023, a TikTok user named Mima Giovanna uploaded a video showing herself and a friend standing outside late at night. For most of the clip, they're simply talking while the camera records the area around them. Everything seems perfectly normal until something unexpected suddenly enters the frame.
Malam ini indah sekali, guys. Tapi kalau di sini nggak kelihatan ada bulan sama bintang. Nahan itu.
At around the 9-second mark, a small white figure darts across the street at incredible speed, causing Mima to react in shock before the video abruptly ends. Because the object moves so fast and the footage is blurry, it's difficult to tell exactly what was captured. Whatever it was, though, appeared both unusually small and incredibly quick. Naturally, viewers have offered several explanations. Some believe the clip captured something paranormal, while others think it was simply an animal or another object passing by just the right angle to create an unusual illusion. Unfortunately, the footage is too short to reach any definite conclusion. Whatever crossed the street that night, it's the kind of clip that makes you replay it several times just to make sure you saw what you thought you saw. So what do you think raced across the road? Was it something ordinary caught under unusual circumstances? Or something much harder to explain? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. On September 28th, 2024, a TikTok user known as Sinesha uploaded a video documenting a strange experience inside her home. The footage begins with her quietly walking through the house while recording on her phone. It quickly becomes clear why she's filming, as a series of unusual noises echo from somewhere inside. Trying to locate the source, she follows the sounds until they lead her to the bathroom. As she approaches the doorway, she notices the shower curtain slowly moving on its own while the strange noises continue. Assuming someone or something must be hiding behind it, she carefully pulls the curtain back to investigate. But when she looks inside the shower, there's nothing there. It's a simple moment, yet the combination of the unexplained sounds and the moving curtain makes the clip surprisingly unsettling. Of course, there could be a perfectly ordinary explanation. Without seeing more of the room or knowing what happened afterward, it's impossible to say for certain. Whatever caused the curtain to move, it's easy to understand why the uploader felt uneasy enough to start recording in the first place. So what do you think was inside the bathroom that day? Was it something supernatural, or is there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. One night, a woman named Annie was lying in bed when her phone alerted her to motion detected by her outdoor security camera. Curious, she opened the live footage. What she saw in her front yard sent a chill down her spine. Just beyond the porch, a bizarre figure suddenly emerged before sprinting across the yard. Moving on all fours, the creature almost looked human, but something about it didn't seem right. Its body appeared unnaturally thin, with arms and legs that looked far too long for an ordinary person. Even more disturbing was the way it moved, crawling with the speed and posture of a wild animal. Whatever this was, it certainly didn't resemble any animal I've ever seen. The footage left Annie with more questions than answers and has kept her on edge ever since. At this point, it's hard to say who she should call first: a wildlife expert, a priest, or maybe even the SWAT team. On the TikTok account, Not Today Satan, a man has spent several years documenting the strange activity taking place inside his home. With security cameras installed throughout the house, he frequently records unexplained noises, mysterious orbs, and other bizarre events he can't explain. But one day, one of his living room cameras captured what he believes may be his strongest evidence yet. At around 6 o'clock, something unusual appeared on the staircase. A glowing anomaly suddenly materialized before darting up the stairs and disappearing just as quickly. Whatever it was seemed to appear out of nowhere, then vanish without a trace. The homeowner isn't sure what to make of the footage, but he believes he may have finally captured the mysterious presence that's been haunting his house. The final story comes from Reddit user Runs with Scissors, who shared a piece of home security footage recorded late one night outside the front of his house. At first, everything appears completely normal. The property is quiet, and nothing seems out of the ordinary. But before long, something strange happens. Watch the gate leading to the front porch. Without anyone nearby, it slowly swings open by itself before gradually closing again. According to the uploader, the gate is secured with a latch and shouldn't open unless someone releases it first. If that's true, it makes the footage much harder to explain. As if that weren't unsettling enough, the porch swing can later be seen moving on its own while a series of strange noises echo somewhere in the distance. The combination of the gate, the swinging seat, and the unexplained sounds has left many viewers wondering what really happened outside the house that night. Of course, there could be perfectly ordinary explanations for some of what we're seeing. Wind, mechanical issues, or even something off camera can't be completely ruled out. Still, if the uploader is correct about the latch gate, that single detail makes the incident especially intriguing. Whatever happened that night, it's easy to understand why the homeowner was unsettled after reviewing the footage. So what do you think was captured by this security camera? Was an unseen presence wandering around the property? Or is there a more logical explanation? Let me know your theories in the comments. And that's all for today's countdown. If you enjoyed these chilling videos, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the scariest things aren't the ones you can see. They're the ones watching you.